Hi everyone, this is Dr. R. Shivashankari, Assistant Professor of English, Sri Vidya Mandira Arts and Science College, Uttangare, Tamil Nadu. Today I am to narrate the story of Emma by Jane Austen. Jane Austen, she was born in Stevenson, Hampshire, England in the year 1775. She is an English novelist. She is known for her insightful and witty portrayals of life in the English countryside and society during 18th and early 19th centuries. Her famous novels are, she has written 6 novels, Sense and Sensibility, which is published in the year 1811, Pride and Prejudice, 1813, Mansfield Park, 1814, Emma, 1816, Northanger Abbey, 1817, Persuasion, 1817. These 2 novels were published posthumously. About the novel Emma, it is published in the year 1817. Genre is comedy of manners and also social satire. Actually, the novel follows the main character, main female protagonist, Emma Woodhouse, a wealthy and self-assured young woman who meddles in others' romantic lives, which ends in many failures, leading to humorous and enlightening consequences. And the style of the novel is actually is known for irony, wit, and keen social observations. And themes are social class and hierarchy, marriage and relationships, mainly matchmaking, self-awareness and personal growth, consequences of meddling. Main characters, Emma Woodhouse, already we have seen, she is a only daughter of Mr. Woodhouse, second daughter of Woodhouse, and male protagonist, Mr. George Knightley, and other main characters are Frank Churchill, second hero of the novel, Jane Fairfax, second protagonist, a female protagonist of the novel, and Harriet Smith. And other main characters and which we come across in the novels are John Knightley, Mr. Woodhouse, that is father of Emma, Isabella Knightley, elder sister of Emma, John Knightley, Isabella's husband, next Mr. Elton, Mrs. Elton, then Miss Bates, Mrs. Bates, Mr. Weston, Miss Taylor, and these are the other main characters which you come across in the novel. Here Emma actually she is in a actually what she does means she is very eager in making match with everyone, and also her first attempt to match make is actually ends in success. Her first attempt is actually matchmaking her governess Miss Taylor with Mr. Weston. Miss Taylor is governess of Emma and only companion, lady companion of Emma after her sister's marriage. So after this success, she wants to match someone. She thinks she is good in making match. So she brings Harriet Smith. Harriet Smith is an orphan girl who lives in boarding and she is unknown of her parentage. She brings Harriet Smith to her own place as a companion and also wants Harriet Smith to marry Mr. Hilton, who is a vicar of the place, vicar of the place which is called as Highbury. And Harriet Smith has a good follower named Robert. He is a farmer of the same place and he actually loves Harriet Smith truly. But what Emma feels is, as a friend of her, Harriet needs a good partner who belongs to same social status like her. So she thought Harriet Smith will be a good match for Mr. Hilton, who is a vicar of the place. So whenever there is a social gathering happens in the place, she brings Harriet Smith with her, and there they meet Hilton. And Hilton also, he was very close with them. So what she thought, that is Emma thought, means actually even Milton also likes Harriet, but only later in one of the incident she comes to know actually Mr. Hilton doesn't love Harriet Smith, but actually he loves Emma. So she rejects his offer, his proposal. So she left on. So actually here other character which we see is Mr. George Knightley, that is a male protagonist of the novel. He warns her whenever he gets an opportunity. He warns Emma, I won't be a good match for Elton. So likewise he usually warns her, but she never hears his words actually. So next she wants to matchmake her with someone else. So here, meanwhile, the story, now and then the character named Frank Churchill is introduced. That is the second male protagonist of the novel. Frank Churchill is actually the son of Mr. Weston, that is through his first marriage. He actually is brought up by his mother's family. Maternal aunt will bring, that is he is living with her only. So he comes to Highbury to visit his father. So during this time, Frank and Emma were seen close together. Wherever there is social gathering, both will be seen together. So in particular time, what Emma feels is she will be good match for Frank Churchill. Even then, Mr. George warns her, no, Frank won't be a good match for her. But she doesn't listen to his words. So only in the mid of after some days she realized she won't be good match for Frank. So there is one more character named Jane Fairfax, and Emma feels little jealous towards Jane Fairfax, because in many ways both are equal in status, in education, in everything both are equal. But only thing which Jane Fairfax lacks is she lost her parents. So only this is the only thing which Jane Eyre is inferior to Emma. So whenever she finds time, she criticizes Jane. Even she criticizes Jane about her behavior, like she says she is a homebreaker. She is having affair with a married man. Likewise, she usually commends Jane Fairfax with the Frank Churchill. Even Frank Churchill also accepts that. During a story moves on, she realizes that actually Jane Fairfax is the person who is secretly engaged to Frank Churchill, but he actually, that is Frank Churchill, never really reveals the truth to anyone, because in order to avoid some problems, because only after the death of his maternal aunt he reveals the truth to everyone that he is already engaged to Jane Fairfax. So again her attempts to matchmake is also ends in a vain. Meantime, after the failure of matchmaking Harriet with Hilton, what she actually thinks means Harriet will be a good match for Frank. Which incidents make her to think so is during an incident where Frank Churchill saves Harriet from Gypsy. So this incident make her to feel this Harriet and Frank Churchill will be good match for each other. But even Harriet approves of this, with revealing the true person who she loves. Actually, she loves George Knightley, because one incident when Hilton disgraces her in public, George only helps her, even saves her, and also dances with her. So this incident actually makes her to fall in love with George Knightley, but she never discloses to anyone. So here what Emma was thinking is Frank will be good match for Harriet, but only when Frank reveals the truth that he is already engaged to Jane, he realizes again her attempts ends in vain, that again it becomes failure. So again she wants to matchmake Harriet with someone. So only during some incident she thinks, why don't we match Harriet with George Knightley? So first attempt, that is with Hilton. it ends in failure. Second attempt with Frank Churchill, it also ends in failure when he that is opens his secret that is already married to, that is engaged to Jane Fairfax. Again, third time she is trying to match her with someone. She suddenly realizes, why don't we match Harriet with George Knightley? So she plans, and only when he reveals the truth to George Knightley, he discloses his love towards Emma Woodhouse. And even now Emma realizes that, only then she realizes that of course she is in love with George Knightley. So far she doesn't realize any of these, that is love towards him. Only when he proposes his love to Emma, she realizes she is also in love with George Knightley. But only thing which she feels guilty means her attempt to match make Harriet with someone always ends in vain. So when she feels, so she also regret even her third plan to match make her with his George. So even George now proposes his love to Emma now. So at last she realizes the truth. Harriet will be always good match only for the Robert the farmer. So at the end of the novel, the three pairs join together. That one is Emma and George, and second is we already know Churchill, Frank Churchill, and Jane Fairfax. Third is Harriet and Robert. So here we come across many things: social class and marriages. It also examines societal expectation of the landed gentry and social mobility. And marriage is the main theme of this middle class family, that is upper middle class family during this time. Main theme of the novel is marriage. Motivation is marriage beyond romantic love, including status, security, and personal fulfillment also. Because one thing where we say talk about personal fulfillment, the character Mr. Hilton, he actually loves Emma not out of true love towards her, it is out of status. So when she proposes Hilton's marriage with Harriet, he refuses that because Harriet Smith is not up to his status. So he runs to Bath and married a lady who is in same status to him. So next is theme of self-awareness. We can see in Emma's journey. Actually, she is always very arrogant. She always believes she is correct in everything. So she is very self-centered actually. So because of one experience which ends successfully, she plans for many attempts which always ends in failures. And main thing is misinterpretation of Frank Churchill's intentions and realization of feelings for her feelings for George Knightley. Only in the end of the novel she realizes that is her feelings towards George. Next, irony and also humor. Emma's matchmaking attempts always ends in humorous, which we can even see in other novels of Jane Austen. And humor, we can it is a light-hearted tone which comes in the misunderstandings of matchmaking, and it is all due to Emma's mistakes only. And the setting, already we say the place, novel setting is Highbury. Name of the place is Highbury. It is a small village there. And the historical background of this novel is early 19th century. It depicts the life of upper middle class English people who lived in the early 19th century. And other major symbols which we come across in the novel are piano, because piano, it is a present given by Frank Churchill to Jane Fairfax, and a portrait, and many ball party which particularly which has happened in Crown. These are the major symbols which you come across in the novel. And to conclude my talk here, MO is both a humorous critique and it is about exploring of personal growth. Jane Austen's Emma actually continues to engage readers with his blend of humor, irony and insight into human nature during early 19th century. Thank you.